Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We're going to have another Collecta figure on the channel today, and it is a carnivore. And it is this guy. This is the Collecta Australovenator, and it is so cool. It is another of the standard figures, so it is a smaller figure, not one of those giant deluxe ones that they make. And again, they always impress me with the incredible ability to put just tons and tons of detail into these smaller figures. It is really quite nice, and again, a beautiful paint job on it as well, like they always seem to do. You can see there, a nice shot of this guy standing there. And yeah, great job done by Collecta on this guy, in my opinion. So let's get a closer look, and you can see how nice. So starting up here at the head, you see that the head sculpt is really nicely done. As with all Collecta figures, you can see the nostrils there. The nostrils are really quite huge. I don't know if they were actually like that, as I don't know too much about this dinosaur, but they do look very large. I'm not sure, again, like I said, if they were really like that. If they were, he'd have no problem picking his nose. But anyway, going over to the side of the eye, you can see the eye is like a reddish brown type of color with a black pupil. Painted beautifully on both sides, a nice gloss added to it. Kind of has a little bit of an ugly look on his face, like he's just absolutely disgusted with his life and he's gonna go kill something. And being a predator, I am not shocked by that. You can see the teeth are sculpted very nicely in there. Painted really nicely too. For something this small, it's quite impressive how well they can paint those teeth. And you can see the tongue as well, sticking up inside the mouth. The paint on the inside is really nicely done. There almost appears to be a gloss on the tongue. A little bit there, helps bring it to life quite a bit. So the inside of the mouth looks very nice, very realistic, and the sculpt work on the head is really quite incredible. You can see all sorts of tiny little details put in, and it's very small. You can see right here by my thumb just how small the head is. Going down the neck, beautiful sculpt work and scales continue. Coming down here into the arm, you can see that nice big claw on the hand. Kind of reminds you of a baryonyx. Coming up here, you can see a beautiful sculpt work on the side of the body of the animal. Nice little bumps that run the course of the body all over here. Looks very nice. A little bit of skin folds here with the leg stretching back. It's pulling the skin, so nice attention to detail. You see some significant sculpt work here with the muscle tone in the leg. Big hip bone here. Feet look nice. Toenails and the fingernails are painted very nicely. And going back here into the tail. Again, the scales run out the whole way. Look very nice all over the animal. And the back has these like big bumps that run the course of the spine. That look very nice as well. The overall sculpt of this guy is really beautiful. Looking at the opposing side now. I like the paint scheme on this. I love that he's a darker color and has like this dark black color here, but then it gets to this very light color up here on the head with some black spots. It really helps to give the animal a striking but very realistic look. So then he's a darker coloration. He could hide easily in the bushes and vegetation and spring out and kill whatever animal happens to be nearby, but at the same time giving him a striking type of a look. See some nice muscle tone here in the arm. Beautiful sculpt work here on the side, on this side as well. You don't see the same skin folds being stretched on this side because this right leg is pushing forward, so you wouldn't see that. Again, beautiful attention to detail, as always with Collecta. Hip bone here again. Some more muscle tone in this leg, and then the beautifully sculpted foot on this side as well. Going back, nice detail here on the tail again. The scales, and then cloaca, check. So great job as always with the realism of this dinosaur. Incredible small figure here by Collecta. So one thing that I have mentioned numerous times so far in my reviews of Collecta figures is how I love that they always produce these obscure type of species that nobody else seems to do. It's a big thing that Collecta has always done, and it's something that I've always loved Collecta for, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be getting any figures of these type of animals, it seems. And they do this all the time. Take the most obscure species that you wouldn't even think would get a figure, and then they pop one out for you. So it's absolutely awesome, in my opinion, that they do that. I really truly love that. And this figure is really nicely done. Again, being a standard figure, it's a much smaller figure than the big deluxe versions, so it's able to fit in pretty much anywhere as far as your collection goes. It's very small, and on top of being so small, is very beautifully sculpted. And you can see that the feet being well proportioned to the body, with this being a smaller figure, means that the feet are pretty small, but you can see that it balances really quite well. It has no issues with standing, and that is yet another impressive factor of this figure for me, because I did not honestly expect it to balance at all. I thought it would probably fall over right away, but not the case, my friends. It balances quite well. As far as the size goes, from the head to the tail, you're looking at about 6 inches. And then from the ground to the top of probably the tail, I think would be the highest point. You're looking at about 2 3/4 inches high. For a size comparison, there is Mr. Papo T-Rex. And with all the standard figures, as usual, he dwarfs them. But you can see that it is a pretty decent size. It's a smaller figure, but as far as the standard figures goes, it's not terribly small. It's a little bit bigger than most of the casual standard figures that you get from Collecta. So it's beautifully sized, in my opinion. So as I've mentioned numerous times, Collecta is one of, if not the leader in prehistoric figures. This thing is another obscure species that you would never have expected to get a figure, and they did. And that is all thanks to Collecta and how awesome they are. And you can see that the sculpt work and the paint and everything is really beautifully done. The paint looks very natural. It does not look like paint at all. It looks like the body color of this animal. So they have done a fantastic job on that. A great job on the sculpt. As far as the little minute small details go, it's really incredible how much they can fit into something so small. So this is a complete win as far as this figure goes. And if you would like to purchase your own, I will throw a link in the description so you can follow that straight to where you can buy this yourself. And go ahead and click that. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.